All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of the day it is for you. My name is Emily and I will be guiding you through your practice today. Today we have Sean as our student model. And let's go ahead and get started in child's pose. So coming to your shins, tops of your feet are flat. Bring your big toes to touch underneath and maybe bring your hips a little wider than hips distance as you slowly start to walk your hands forward, resting your forearms and your forehead down onto your mats. Keeping your hips pressed back and down towards your heels. Finding your inner thighs supporting your outer ribs here. Maybe relaxing your arms, just letting them completely relax down onto your mat. Palms facing down, fingers spread nice and wide, but maybe start by allowing your fingertips to naturally curl as they are relaxed, reaching out in front of you. Start by feeling the surface of the ground supporting your body here. Start to bring awareness to your breath. Keeping your eyes gently rested. Feeling the connection of your third eye, the space between your eyebrows, center of your forehead, connecting down to the ground as it's rooted onto your mat. Start to release any of your thoughts. Start to let go of any priorities that you think you have after this class, maybe that happened right before you got onto your mats. Start to release all of those thoughts of where the future is going to take you or what has happened in the past, coming to this exact moment here on your mat. Coming to your breath, the only thing that is in this present moment. This is your time to release any obligations. Your only obligation at this time is your practice. There's just so much going on in the world right now, and finding the time and the space for yourself is what's most important to help keep yourself balanced during these uncertain times. And these uncertain times don't just happen when the whole world is in this jumble. Uncertain times happen all of the time. And using these tools that you find throughout your practice, keeping them on the mat as well as using them when you are off of your mat. Keeping this connection to your breath. Let's go ahead and start by taking some unified breaths together here. Starting with an exhale through your mouth, letting go of any old, stale air that you've been holding in, and then sealing your lips and taking a nice deep inhale through your nose. Feel your back body fill up with this fresh air, holding it at the top just for a moment, and then open mouth exhale. Release it all down onto your mats, feeling your body sink a little deeper to the ground. One more time, sealing your lips, take a nice full inhale through your nose. Exhale, fully release as you let all of your air out. Feeling your body release some of that tension. And then finding your normal breathing patterns here as you start to prop up onto your fingertips, maybe pressing the top of your mat away from your body, pressing your hips closer towards your heels, feeling your lower back stretch just a little deeper as you send your breath towards your kidneys or the back side of your body. Maybe start to wiggle your rib cage just a little bit, finding some movement back into your body. Maybe even rocking your hips side to side, rolling on your shins just lightly. And then finding stillness. Staying propped up on your fingertips, take an inhale. And as you exhale, start to walk your fingertips towards the top right corner of your mat. Trying to keep your left hip glued down towards your heels here, finding the side stretch on the left side of your body. Breathing here. Inhale, finding your way back to center, fingertips reach towards the top of your mat. Same for the full inhale, and then as you exhale, start to walk your fingertips towards the top left corner of your mat. Breathing into the right side of your body here. Really focus on feeling the stretch on your side body. Connecting your hip down onto the ground. Next inhale, we lean back to the center of your mat. Start to shift your weight forward, coming into tabletop position. Stacking your shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees, tops of your feet are still flat. Finding a nice long, straight spine here. Pressing the ground away with your palms. And then coming into a modern cat-cow. If you need to look up for this first time, feel free to. You'll be shifting your weight forward with your inhale, pulling your chest through your biceps, broadening through your collarbones. Still having a long neck here. And then as you exhale, start to shift your weight back, sinking your hips closer towards your heels as if passing through a child's pose. And then inhale, lifting up onto your knees, arms come out around and above your head. And then exhale, floating back down to tabletop position. So once again, inhaling as you start to shift your weight forward. Shoulders may be coming past your wrists, getting a little bit of a stretch there. Pulling your chest through your biceps, broadening up, shining your heart. And then exhale, curving your spine, sinking your hips down towards your heels as if you're passing through a child's pose. Inhale, slowly rise as you bring your arms out around above your head. And then exhale, meeting down in tabletop position. Flowing through this one more time. Inhale as you shift your weight forward. Taking a nice full inhale. Exhale, pressing back, sinking your hips down, breathing into your back body. Inhale, arms come out around and above your head. Exhale, planting your palms, coming into tabletop position. Start to shift your weight into your left palm, and with your next inhale, lifting your right arm up towards the ceiling, setting up to thread the needle. And then as you exhale, bring your right arm down behind your left palm, releasing your shoulder to the ground, your right ear toward your cheek. Hips slowly press towards the right side of the room. Maybe extending your left fingertips forward, or if you would like to take a little bit of more of a chest opener, taking a half bind with your left hand as it comes back behind it, pressing into the outer part of your right glutes. wherever your left arm is, bringing it back underneath your left shoulder, setting up to take a nice big inhale as you press your chest away from the ground, opening back up towards the right side of the room, and then exhale, bringing your right palm down to meet your left. Prepping for the left side, start to press your weight into your right palm, and as you inhale, lifting your left hand up towards the ceiling. Exhale, thread the needle, bringing your shoulder and your left cheek down onto your mat. Mirroring whatever you did on the first side, either extending your right fingertips straight out, or maybe taking the half bind on this one as you open up your chest. Start to notice the opening of your shoulders. Wherever your right hand is, start to bring it back underneath your right shoulder. Start to press your way back into your right palm as you open up with an inhale towards the left side of the room. And then exhale, planting your palm back onto your mat. Start to extend your right foot back, followed by your left, tucking your toes underneath, meeting in plank just for a brief second. And then once here, start to shift your weight forward, shoulders going past your wrists, and then exhale, lowering all the way down onto your mats. Keeping your right hand exactly where it is next to your ribs, start to extend your left arm out towards the side. And then on an inhale, start to roll onto the left side of your body, opening up your left shoulder here. The right foot comes back behind your body, stacking your hips. Same with your breath here. Get a nice deep inhale through your nose. And then as you exhale, slowly releasing out of this pose, coming back onto your belly. Bringing your left palm towards your ribs as you extend your right arm out towards the side. Take a nice deep inhale, and then as you exhale, rolling over to the right side of your body. Left foot comes behind your right thigh, maybe stacking your hips here. Sticking with your breath. Sending your breath towards your shoulder as it starts to slowly open. Taking a nice deep inhale through your nose. Exhale, slowly start to release out of this, coming back to your bellies. Start to tuck your toes underneath, bringing your hands next to your ribs, palms underneath your shoulders, engaging your knees as you lift them up off of the ground. Engage your core, and then on an inhale, press the ground away, meeting in plank pose. Exhale, hips go up and back, downward facing dog just for a brief moment, and then taking a bit of a deeper bend into your knees as you slowly start to walk your hands towards the back of your mat, meeting in a forward fold. Take an inhale as you halfway lift, bringing your palms to your shins, just below your knees, finding a nice flat straight back, reaching from the top of your head to the bottom of your spine. And then exhale, releasing back into a forward fold. Then just a slight bend in your knees as you inhale to slowly roll up to bring your arms out around and above your head. And then as you exhale, start to bend your knees to, or your elbows to 90 degrees, finding cactus arms as you start to open up your chest, finding a slight back bend. You be gazing up towards the ceiling. And then inhaling, arms back up towards the ceiling. Exhale, swan dive as you forward fold. Inhale as you start to prop up onto your fingertips. Maybe taking a deep bend into your left knee. And as you start to walk your fingertips towards the right side of your mat, finding a nice IT band stretch on the outer part of your right thigh. Allow your head to completely relax. Maybe gazing between your heels here. Inhale as you straighten both your legs, walking your hands back to center. Exhale as you start to bend into your right knee, walking your fingertips towards the left side of your mat. Sending your breath to the outer edge of your left thighs now. Inhale as you walk your fingertips back to the center of your mat. Maybe in your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Imagine as if you're pulling your heels apart from one another, maybe bringing your toes slightly in without actually moving your foot. Exhale, forward fold. Slowly start to walk your hands out, coming towards the top of your mat. Meet in plank pose just for a second. Take a nice deep inhale to your nose, and then as you exhale, pressing your hips up and back, meeting in downward facing dog. Maybe start to pedal out your legs. You're bending into your right knee, straightening your left. Switching it out, bending into your left knee, straightening your right. Slowly start to find some movements. Coming into a static down dog. Both legs are extended straight. Biceps roll forward, pressing most of your weight through your thumb and point your fingers, but all fingers are gripping down onto your mat. Inner thighs roll towards the back wall. Start to come up onto your tippy toes as you bend your knees, sinking your hips a little further back, gazing halfway up your mat. Take a nice inhale, and then as you exhale, jump, step, or travel, meeting at the top of your mat in a forward fold.
Don't do that.
And then inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, root to rise. Arms come out around above your head. And then exhale, meeting in prayer heart center as you slowly start to close your eyes. If you have any intentions for your practice today, I encourage you to find a connection with them in this moment. Sealing in your intentions as you release your palms to face forward, down beside you. Slowly start to open your eyes, and then inhaling, your arms come out around above your head. Exhale, forward fold, leading with your chest. Then planting your palms once you come down, stepping or jumping back, meeting in plank pose. Inhale, shifting your weight forward, shoulders come past your wrists. Exhale, completely lower down onto your mat. Tops of your feet are flat. Hands come to the bottom part of your rib cage. And then on an inhale, start to peel your chest, neck, and forehead away from the ground, coming into just a baby cobra for this first one. So finding little to no weight in your wrists, maybe even floating your palms away from your mat as you engage your back body, pulling your shoulder blades in towards one another, elbows pointing back towards the room. And then exhale, completely releasing back down into your mat. Tucking your back toes, engaging your quads to lift your kneecaps off of the ground. And then on an inhale, pressing the ground away. Exhale, downward facing dog. Finding a little bit of a deeper down dog if you can. Still okay if your heels are not touching the ground here. And then inhaling, coming high up onto your tippy toes, bending your knees, pressing your hips back, gazing halfway up your mat. And then step, jump, or travel to the top of your mat, meeting in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, root to rise, strong legs, looking up towards the ceiling, edge your thumbs. And then exhale, going right back into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, planting your palms down, step or jumping back, meeting in plank pose. If you're feeling open, maybe coming into chaturanga, up dog as you bring your elbows to a 90-degree angle, keeping your thighs away from your mat, or if you're not ready for that, taking your cobra pose, lifting just your chest, neck, and forehead away from the ground. And then exhale, releasing. Inhale as you press your way up to plank. Exhale, meeting in downward facing dog. Inhaling your right leg up towards the ceiling. And then exhale as you bring your foot in between your hands. Lowering your left knee onto the ground, setting up for low lunge. Top of your left foot is flat onto your mat. Slowly start to walk your palms up your right side as you inhale. Stacking your shoulders over your hips. Maybe shifting your weight forward just an inch or even a centimeter. Doesn't even look like much, but feeling that stretch in your front left thigh. Inhaling, your arms come out around and above your head. And then as you exhale, bringing your hands behind your back, either using a strap, a towel, whatever you have, or connecting your palms as you interlace your fingertips, and then rolling your shoulders up, back, and down as you open up your chest here, pressing your knuckles down and back, maybe finding a slight back bend as you look up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, coming back to center, arms come up above your head. And then bringing your arms parallel to your mat. On an inhale, start to bring your shoulders onto your back as you squeeze your shoulder blades in towards one another. And then exhale, twisting open to the right side of the room. Arms are parallel to the ground, palms both facing forward. And then inhale as you slowly start to just shift your weight slightly forward as your chest comes forward, but your knees still stacked over your heel. And then we're bringing your left elbow around the outer side of your right knee, bringing your right hand on top as if they're at prayer heart center, twisting open still to the right side of the room. Equal pressure in both of your palms. Start to curl your back toes underneath as you start to lift your left knee off of your mat, going into a prayer twist lunge. Holding here for 1 second. Gazing down at your front foot. Slowly start to step your left foot forward, meeting in prayer twisted chair. And then inhaling, meeting in normal chair as your arms come straight up in front of you. Big toes to touch, finding a slight split between your heels, pulling your legs in towards one another, finding nice elongated side ribs. And then as you exhale, finding leaning lunge as you bring your arms straight back. Triceps are engaged, nice open heart. Staying here or maybe playing around with drinking bird as you come up onto your tippy toes. Oh, moving chair, sorry. Slowly start to release your heels back to your mat. Once again, finding that yoga mudra, bringing your hands to meet behind your back, interlacing your fingertips. Take a nice deep inhale. And then as you exhale, coming in a forward fold, keeping your hands connected. Knuckles reaching up towards the ceiling of the room now. Triceps fully engaged. Pressing your forearms away from your body. Exhale as you slowly release your hands down the back side of your legs. Planting your palms down onto your mat, stepping or jumping back, meeting in plank pose. Shoulders are stacked over your wrists, toes curled under, heels over your toes. Inhale, shift your weight forward. Exhale, slowly release either down into a chaturanga halfway or all the way down, taking your cobra or up dog with an inhale. Exhale, curling your toes under, meeting in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg goes up towards the ceiling, three-legged dog. Exhale, stepping your left foot between your palms. As you slowly start to lower your right knee down onto the ground, untucking your back toes. Inhale as you walk your hands up your thigh, stacking your shoulders over your hips. Front knee is stacked over your ankle. Slowly start to feel the engagement and the stretch in the front of your right thigh. And then inhaling, your arms come out around and above your head. Exhale, arms come behind you, taking an opposite grip in your yoga mudra. Interlacing your fingers behind your lower back, and then inhaling as you open up your chest towards the ceiling. Once again, finding a slight back bend. Knuckles reaching down towards the ground. Triceps are engaged. Exhale, releasing and bringing your arms back above your body. Bring your arms parallel to the ground. Inhale as you pull your shoulder blades in towards one another onto your back. Exhale, open twist to the left side of the room. Slowly start to bring your chest forward, reaching through your right fingertips, and then bringing your right elbow towards the outer edge of your left knee. Hands pressing into each other as you twist open a little more to the left. Start to curl your right toes under your knee, lifting your right knee off of your mats. Trying to bring your thumbs more in line with your heart center if you can. High up on your back toes. Gazing down towards your front foot. Slowly start to step your right foot to meet your left. Bringing your big toes to touch, slight distance in your heels. Inhale, meeting in normal chair pose. Hips are down and back. Majority of the weight is in your heels. All 10 toes are visible. And then exhale, leaning chair. Triceps fully engaged, chest is hovering over your thighs. Sink a little lower. And if you did it so the first time, coming into it, drinking bird as you come high up onto your toes. Thighs pulling in towards one another. Slowly start to release your heels down to the ground, taking the opposite grip of your yoga mudra here once again. Take an inhale as you open up your chest, and then exhale, forward fold. Arms reaching up towards the ceiling. Inner thighs are spinning towards the back wall. And with your next exhale, slowly release the grip as your arms come down the back side of your legs, planting your palms, stepping back, meeting in plank pose. Inhale as you shift your weight forward, shoulders come past your wrists. And then as you exhale, slowly lower down halfway, elbows coming to a 90-degree bend. And then as you inhale, pressing your chest away, tops of your feet come flat, coming into upward facing dog. Your thighs are hovering off of your mat, deepest back bend yet. Chest is open. Take a nice deep inhale, and then as you exhale, one smooth transition into downward facing dog. Strong arms, strong legs. Inhale your right leg up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, crunching your knee to your nose, center of your chest, hips lift an inch up higher. Inhale, right leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale, twist as you bring your right knee towards your left. elbow. Inhale, right leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands. High on your back toes. Start to come up onto your fingertips. Focus on squeezing your thighs together, pressing majority of the weight down through your front heel, and then on your next inhale, rising up to high lunge. Maybe finding a slight bend in your back leg to relieve any pressure in your lower back. Once again, bringing your arms parallel to the top of your mat as you inhale, pulling your shoulder blades in towards one another, and then exhale, twisting open towards the right side of the room. Maybe finding a little deeper of a bend in your left knee, followed by a deeper bend in your right knee, as if you're hovering your left shin just a few inches off of your mat. Just a little deeper from your core. And then as you exhale, windmilling your arms open, meeting in Warrior Two. Keeping a deep bend in your front knee, back leg is straight, outer edge of your left foot is parallel to the bottom of your mat. Arms pointing straight forward and back. Flipping your palms up to relax your shoulders, and then switching your palms back to facing down. Taking a look down at your front knee, making sure it is finding your external rotation, so you can see at least the first two toes on your right foot. And then taking your gaze over your front middle finger. Staying strong, maybe sinking a little deeper into your front knee here. Inhale as you flip your front palm, reversing your warrior. Right arm reaches up and towards the back top corner of the room. Exhale, meeting in Warrior Two. Start to bend into your right elbow as you bring your elbow just on top of your right knee. Bring your left arm down, around, and above, reaching towards the top corner of the room now. Palm facing down. Start to find an open rotation in your shoulders as you pull your left shoulder towards the right side of the room. Finding one straight line of energy, reaching from your fingertips all the way down the left side of your body, shooting down through your leg. Inhale, meeting back at Warrior Two here. Start to straighten your front leg, twisting your right toes towards the left side of the room, setting up for a wide-legged forward fold. All 10 toes are pointing straight. Maybe your heels are a little wider than your toes. Coming into your Yoga Mudra, hands meet behind your lower back. Opening up your chest, finding a slight back bend with your inhale. And then exhale, leading with your heart, coming into your forward fold. Allow your head to completely relax here, gazing directly behind you. Arms reaching up towards the ceiling, away from your body, keeping that openness in the front of your chest. Exhale as you slowly release your hands down, propping up onto your fingertips, finding a flat back here. Taking an inhale, and then as you exhale, walking, meeting in a runner's lunge. Planting your left palm down onto your mat. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale, twisting open towards the right side of the room. Pulling your right shoulder back to sit on top of your left. Maybe gazing up towards your top hand. Finding an internal rotation on your straight back leg. Exhale, right palm comes down to frame your foot, and then stepping your left foot up a few inches and maybe to the left so you can bring your heel down. Straightening your front leg, setting up for pyramid pose here. Coming high up onto your fingertips, finding a nice flat back. Pressing a majority of the weight into the ball mount of your front foot as well as the heel of your back. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale, see if you can lower your chest a little closer towards your front leg, finding a deeper stretch here in the back of your right thighs. Inhaling as you halfway lift, coming high up onto your fingertips. Start to allow your front or your left hip to come down as you press your right hip up and back, planting your left palm or fingertips onto your mat, and then exhaling as you rotate open, coming into a twisted triangle. Feeling the stretch on the outer part of your right leg. You could use a block if you need a prop here, say on your fingertips, or if it is in your practice to release your palm completely down. Keeping, if your right hip is falling out towards the side, pulling it back to the center of your mat. So here, just for one more moment, take an inhale, and then exhale, planting your palms down to frame your feet or your foot. Taking a little bit of a step back with your left foot, meeting in runner's lunge. And then bringing your knee to your nose, lifting your hips up a little more, engaging your core here. And then inhale, shooting your right leg up towards the ceiling, meeting three-legged dog. Start to bend into your right knee as you stack your right hip over your left, opening up your hips here. Staying strong through your arms, puffing up through your left shoulder to try to square off your shoulders here. Inhale as you straighten out your right leg. Exhale, lowering it down to meet your left. Pedaling out your dog here just for a moment. Noticing the difference between each side of your body. And then finding stillness here as you inhale your left leg up towards the ceiling, three-legged dog. Exhale, crunch knee to nose, center of your chest. Inhale, left leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale, cross as you bring your left knee towards your right elbow. Inhale, back up to three-legged dog. And exhale, stepping your left foot in between your hands. Coming high up onto your fingertips. Right heel stacked over your toes. Pressing the majority of your weight through your front heel. Inhale, strong legs coming into high lunge. Arms reaching up above your head. Bring your arms parallel to your mat in front of you. Inhale as you pull your shoulder blades towards one each other onto your back. And then exhale, twisting open towards the left side of the room. Maybe bending into your back knee, hovering your right shin a few inches off of your mat, taking a deeper bend into your left knee here as well. Taking a nice deep inhale, and then as you exhale, cartwheel open or windmill open your arms, coming into warrior two. Left knee is in front, opening towards the right side of the room. Finding your nice strong stance here. Looking down, making sure you can see at least the first two toes on your left foot. Slightly relaxing your shoulders away from your ears, gazing over the front middle finger of your left hand. Sinking an inch lower into your warrior two because you can. Flipping your front palm with an inhale, reversing your warrior. Left hand reaches towards the top back corner of the room. Right hand either comes to the back of your thigh or maybe your lower back. Exhale, meeting in warrior two. Start to bring your left elbow down to meet the top of your left knee. Right arm comes down, around, and above your head, setting up the side angle, side B. Once again, energy reaching from the top of your fingertips down the right side of your body, shooting out through the outer edge of your right foot, keeping a nice deep bend in your left knee, twisting your chest open, and then inhaling back up to warrior two. Start to straighten your front leg as you twist your toes towards the right side of the room. All 10 toes are pointing forward, heels slightly wider. Setting up for Yoga Mudra, taking an opposite grip and releasing your fingers. Rolling your shoulders up, back, and down as you open up your chest, lifting up towards the ceiling, taking a slight back bend. And then exhale, meeting in your right-legged forward fold with your Yoga Mudra, side E. Legs are fully engaged here. Shifting your weight slightly forward so your hips are in line with your heels. Knuckles are reaching up towards the ceiling. Exhale as you slowly release your palms down the backside of your legs. Fingertips coming underneath your shoulders as you prop up, finding a flat back. And then exhale, meeting in runner's lunge at the top of your mat. Inhale, coming high onto your fingertips, finding a nice straight spine. And then exhale as you plant your right palm down onto the ground, inhaling your left hand up towards the ceiling, coming into revolved runners. Exhale, lowering your left hand back down to meet your right. Start to straighten your front leg as you bump your right foot up a few inches and maybe out towards the side. Bringing your right heel down onto your mat. Setting up for pyramid. Inhale as you come high up onto your fingertips, finding some extra length through your spine. And then as you exhale, see if you can lower your chest closer towards your left thigh, leading with your heart, keeping an open chest here. Right hip comes down and forward, left comes up and back. Squaring off your hips here. Start to plant your right hand towards your mat using a block or staying high up on your fingertips. As you take an inhale, exhale, twisting open towards the left side of the room. Left arm reaches up, coming into a twisted triangle. Maybe allowing your right hip to sink a little more down and forward if that is what it wants to do. If you find your hips pressing out towards the left side of the room, try to squeeze them in, coming back to center. Majority of your weight pressing down through the ball mount of your front foot, energy shooting out through the heel of your back. Exhale, slowly start to release your left palm down. Bending back into your front knee, stepping back with your right foot, meeting in runner's lunge. Pressing your palms into the ground, fully engaging your core here. Start to bring your knee to your nose, center of the chest, hovering your left shin away. And then inhaling to three-legged dog, left leg reaching up towards the ceiling. Start to bend into your left knee, stacking your hips. Puffing up through your right shoulder here to keep your shoulders square to the top of your mat. We're finding this gentle twist and hip opener. Inhale as you start to straighten your left leg. Exhale, lower your left to meet your right, downward facing dog. Pedaling out your down dog. Noticing how your body feels now that we've worked both sides. Start to sink your knees down onto your mat, taking a brief pause, meeting in child's pose. Find your knees a little wider than your hips, tops of your feet are flat, pressing your hips back towards your heels. Taking just a moment to breathe here. Reminding yourself what your intentions are for your practice today. What brought you to your mat? What is keeping you on your mat today? Taking just one more full inhale, followed by a full exhale. Start to shift your weight forward, meeting or passing through a tabletop position, keeping your hands a little further in front of your shoulders. Start to top your toes as you lift your hips up and back, meeting back and downward facing dog. Inhaling your right leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale, stepping your right foot between your hands. Start to walk your fingertips a little forward, bending into your back leg, ready to launch forward, meeting in standing splits as you straighten your right leg, bringing your left foot up as high as you can, flexing through your back toes, pinky toe pointing down towards the ground, and then releasing your forehead closer towards your right shin. Take a nice deep inhale, and then as you exhale, bringing your left foot down to meet your right, passing through chair pose, hips sinking down and back, arms reaching up towards the ceiling. Start to shift your weight onto your left foot as you come high up onto your right toes. And then inhale, single leg mountain pose. And then exhale, twisting open towards the right side of the room, either using your left palm towards the outer side of your right knee to help you twist open a little more. Staying here, or maybe using your pointer and middle finger to hook your right big toe as you extend your right leg forward. Wherever you are, slowly coming back to center. And then bringing your arms down alongside your body, palms facing forward. Slowly start to straighten out your front right leg. And then as you inhale, coming into a reverse warrior three, start to tilt your body backwards, engaging your abdomen here. And then as you exhale, pendulum kicking your right leg back, coming into warrior three, arms still reaching towards the back side of the room, triceps fully engaged here, strong standing leg. Right glute is engaged to lift your right leg up a little higher. Nice and proud chest here. And then as you exhale, start to bend into your front leg, lowering your hands, meeting back into runners. Planting your palms, inhale, left leg goes up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, as you bring your foot back to runner's lunge. Start to walk your fingertips forward as you prepare to launch, coming into standing splits, straighten your left leg. Right glute is engaged as you lift up your right leg higher. Toes are flexed down towards your mats. Take a nice deep inhale, and then as you exhale, lowering your right foot to meet your left knee back into chair pose, sinking your hips further down and back. Lower one more inch. Really noticing your glutes kick in and engage here. And then slowly start to shift your weight onto your right foot, coming high up onto your left toes. Launching up, coming into single-legged Tadasana. Left leg is at shelf. Flexing your left toes up towards your face. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale, twisting open towards the left side of the room. Once again, either bringing your right palm to the outer edge of your left knee, twisting open a little deeper here. If you took the full expression on the first side, reach down with your pointer and middle finger as you straighten out your left leg. Take an inhale, and then exhale, slowly releasing your grip, moving back into single leg Tadasana. Exhale as you bring your palms alongside your body, facing forward. Setting up for reverse warrior three. Start to extend your left leg forward as you slowly start to bring your shoulders back, engaging your core here. Inhale, and then as you exhale, taking this into warrior three. Strong arms, strong legs. Start to hover your chest parallel to the ground if you can. Strong back body, strong core, strong legs. Energy shooting out of every part of your body. And then slowly start to bend into your front leg, coming back into runner's lunge. Stepping your right foot back to meet your left. And then pressing your hips up and back, coming into downward facing dog. Start to pedal out your dog here. And then lowering down to your shins, coming back into a child's pose. Hips sinking back towards your heels, arms reaching out in front of you. Start to relax as you come back to your breath. Start to walk your hands back, coming to a seat position on your shins, and then sliding over either to the right or left hip as you bring your legs out and around in front of you. Passing through a Dandasana or staff pose just for a moment. Legs are straight out in front of you, toes are flexing towards your face. Bring your palms to either side of your hip as you press your palms into the ground. Straight spine, holding your chest up and forward. Finding an extra inch of height and length in your spine. Holding your belly button in towards your spine, but keeping your front ribs pulled into your back so you're not arching your lower back too much here. And then exhale as you release. Start to bring your right leg towards the top right corner of your mat as you bend into your left foot, hugging your left knee in towards your chest, and then bringing it down. Start to bring your right forearm on the inside of your right leg, either towards your calf, or maybe still up towards your thigh. Inhaling, your left arm comes out around and above your head, and then as you exhale, bending over, finding a side stretch on the left side of your body. Stay here, maybe reaching for your toes if you can. Staying with your breath here. Inhale as you slowly start to stack your shoulders back over your hips, switching out your legs, straightening your left leg out towards the side, bending your right knee in towards your body, and then lowering it down. Bringing your left forearm towards the inside of your left leg, and then inhaling your left arm out around and above your head. And then exhale, reaching over towards the left leg now. Pressing your right shin into the ground. Keep your hips grounded. Maybe reaching for your toes. Inhale as you slowly come back to center. Straightening out your right leg, bringing your legs either to a 90-degree angle or maybe pressing your hips a little more open. Flexing through both of your toes are pointing in towards your body, pressing energy out through your heels. Quads are engaged. Maybe shifting your weight forward, and walking your hands as you slowly start to release your chest closer to the mat. Wherever you are is fine. If your forearms reach the ground, great. If they don't worry about it. If there's a little too much tension and pressure behind your knees, start to press through the ball mount of your foot as if you were to point your toe, but still flexing through your feet. Keeping a bit of a more straight spine here, leading with your heart. Inhale as you slowly start to walk your fingertips back in towards your body. Coming back to seated position. Bringing your legs in towards one another. Bending your knees, planting your feet onto your mat, setting up for seated pigeon. Palms come slightly behind your hips, fingertips facing forward. Pressing energy out through your heels, start to lift your hips as you bring your left heel on top of your right knee and then rolling your hips back down onto your mat. Left toes are flexed. Pressing your left knee away from your body. Feeling the stretch on the outer part of your left glutes. Maybe rocking your legs side to side. Staying in stillness. Taking mindful breaths here. Start to press your hips away from the ground as you lower your left foot down to meet your right, switching out your footing. Right ankle crosses your left. Sink your hips down to the ground, flexing through your right toes, pulling your right knee away from your body here. Still shining your heart forward. Rocking side to side if you did so the first time. Staying in stillness. Start to release your right ankle down to meet your left. Straightening out both of your legs. Arms come parallel to the mat in front of you. Take a nice deep inhale and then exhale slowly. Start to C-curve your spine into lower vertebrae. 5 vertebrae coming to your final resting position, Shavasana. Bring your arms a little further away from your body, allowing space in your armpits to breathe. Taking up as much space on your mat as you feel that your body needs. Allowing your fingertips to curl, toes falling out towards the side. Let's finish together by taking a nice full inhale through your nose, filling up. Exhale, release to open mouth. Noticing your body become heavy down onto your mat. Feeling the ground fully support you. Letting everything that your body just did for you settle in. Taking just a few more moments here on your mat. Taking this time to thank your body for giving you another moment on your mat. For continuing to support you. I encourage you to stay here as long as you need, as long as your time allows you. Absorbing just a few more moments. Thank you for continuously showing up for your mat, showing up for yourself. It's an honor to guide you through your practice. So much love, so much light. Om Shanti, Om Peace. Namaste.